In the beginning, there was darkness, and the spirit of DA reared its head in habitual pattern, preying on the mind of man, oppressing him. And then one man turned to himself and said, in a voice free from fear, "Let there be L.A." I think I am. Therefore I am. I think loving awareness is a habit. I have that. I have that. From a point at sea to the circles of your mind, a new force is at work for planetary transformation. New radio for a new Earth on 963 kilohertz medium wave. Europe's voice of loving awareness is Radio Carlyon.
This ship is haunted. The ex-trawler, the Ross Revenge, was turned into a pirate radio ship in the 80s. Now it broadcasts legally from the Thames estuary. But what the listeners don't know is that many of the crew and disc jockeys who live and work on Radio Carlyon have seen a ghost.
I was looking out across at the forward hold, right down towards the bows of the ship. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I saw this guy in a southwestern oilskins who were climbing through from the hatchway at the front. Walked down the side of the deck, and then disappeared alongside under the bridge where I was standing at the time. You're listening to Radio Carlyon, broadcasting live from the Ross Revenge on 15...
The ghost also haunts down below, as two engineers discovered.
I was putting the chains down, and I just turned around for some reason and said, "Look there." Sat on the starboard side on the pound boards was a dark, shadowy figure.
So I just glanced around there and I thought, I looked and I thought, oh, you know, I've seen him. That's the only thing I thought. Well, I've seen him. I've felt him often, but I've actually seen him.
Clad in old-fashioned oilskins, witnesses are convinced the ghost is a dead fisherman. They've named him Harry, and it's his ship as much as any others. But those who work there don't really want to talk about him when they go ashore.
If you get 3 or 4 guys together and they don't believe in the thing, there's no way of them talking around. You do something making a fool of yourself, which is basically why we kept this pretty quiet, I think, because we're all frightened and being laughed at the end of the day, aren't we?
That's why the call went out for this man, White Witch Kevin Carlyon.
We will actually be trying to contact the spirit and ascertain whether it's happy being on board, whether it's unhappy that the ship has now become a commercial pop radio station, and ask if it wants to leave. If it's happy here, we'll leave it be. But if it becomes unhappy and it wants to go, then we'll actually do a very simple cleansing ceremony to send it back, or leave it to wherever it should be.
With tinkling bell and scary yellow boxer shorts, Kevin set out to find Harry. Life was hard and dangerous on the deep-sea trawler in its heyday.
When the ship was fishing, probably in the late 60s, early 70s, up in Iceland, around the time of the Cod War, we're told, one of the fishermen on the boat did go over the side and was lost at sea.
I now invoke the spirit of Radio Carlyon to come forth. So may it be done.
Fearlessly, Kevin enters the forepeak hatch. That's where Harry haunts the most.
I mean, we have a theory that it's the ship's boatswain, actually, that he was sort of a charge hand or something like that.
And Kevin definitely felt his presence.
Wow.
Harry is at his most active when he thinks someone is mucking about with his ship.
I have this feeling that usually when we're altering things, this is the sort of time he will appear. He's watching to make sure you are not going to damage your ship when you're doing your job right.
Just like Kevin.
So may it be done.